The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the Los Angeles sky in hues of orange and purple. It was June 12, 1994. Palm trees swayed in the warm breeze. The air crackled with the energy of a city that never sleeps. But on this night, a darkness was about to fall upon the city. A darkness that would shock the world and leave an indelible mark on America's soul. The scene shifts abruptly. We are now in the affluent neighborhood of Brentwood. A sidewalk glistens, wet from a recent hose down. The silence of the night is shattered by the piercing bark of a dog. An unsettling feeling permeates the air. Something is terribly wrong. O.J. Simpson. The name resonated throughout America. He was a football legend, a Heisman Trophy winner, a charismatic running back for the Buffalo Bills. His infectious smile and easy charm had transcended the world of sports, landing him roles in Hollywood movies and commercials. He was the epitome of the American dream. And then there was Nicole Brown Simpson, O.J.'s ex-wife. Stunningly beautiful with a captivating smile, she was the envy of many. They were the golden couple, living a life of privilege and glamour. But behind the facade of their picture-perfect life, a darker story was unfolding. Whispers of domestic abuse and marital problems plagued the couple. Their fairy tale romance was crumbling. The dog's barking grew more insistent, echoing through the quiet night and shattering the stillness of the upscale Brentwood neighborhood. The persistent noise drew the attention of a nearby resident, a man out for a late walk with his own dog, who paused, uneasy, as the barking refused to stop. Compelled by a growing sense of unease, he cautiously approached the house at 875 South Bundy Drive. Each step felt heavier, a sense of dread creeping over him as he neared the gate, the air thick with tension and the unknown. There, on the dimly lit walkway leading to the front door, he stumbled upon a horrifying sight that would haunt him forever. The lifeless body of a woman lay sprawled on the concrete, motionless and eerily silent, her presence a stark contrast to the peaceful neighborhood. Her blood stained the concrete a macabre crimson, pooling beneath her in a gruesome testament to the violence that had occurred. Within minutes, police arrived at the scene, their faces grim and somber as they took in the shocking brutality before them, quickly cordoning off the area with yellow tape. The victim was soon identified as Nicole Brown Simpson, a well-known figure in Los Angeles. She had been brutally murdered, stabbed multiple times in a vicious attack that left no doubt about the killer's intent. The news would soon send shockwaves far beyond the city. As investigators carefully surveyed the grim tableau, searching for clues in the darkness, they made another chilling discovery. Just a few feet away lay the body of a young man. He was later identified as Ronald Goldman, a friend of Nicole's, who had also been savagely attacked and killed that night. The scene quickly became chaotic, with flashing police lights illuminating the night and drawing a growing crowd of onlookers. The sheer brutality of the crime sent shockwaves through the LAPD and the entire city, marking the beginning of a case that would soon grip the nation. News of the murder spread like wildfire, engulfing the city in a frenzy of speculation and fear. The name on everyone's lips, O.J. Simpson. As the investigation unfolded, the evidence against Simpson began to mount. The LAPD issued a warrant for his arrest. Then on June 17, 1994, the nation watched in disbelief as a white Ford Bronco, driven by Simpson's friend Al Cowlings, sped down a Los Angeles freeway, followed by a phalanx of police cars. The chase was broadcast live on television, captivating millions of viewers. Inside the Bronco, Simpson held a gun to his head, threatening suicide. The world held its breath. The trial of O.J. Simpson became a media spectacle unlike anything America had ever seen. Cameras crowded the courtroom, capturing every twist and turn of the legal drama that unfolded. The prosecution, led by Marcia Clark, presented a mountain of evidence they believed proved Simpson's guilt. The defense, however, had a different narrative. Led by the masterful Johnny Cochran, Simpson's dream team of lawyers skillfully sowed seeds of doubt about the prosecution's case. They alleged police misconduct, evidence tampering, and a racially motivated conspiracy against Simpson. The courtroom became a battleground of race, celebrity, and the American justice system itself. The tension in the courtroom was palpable as the prosecution presented what they believed to be a crucial piece of evidence. A pair of gloves, one discovered at the crime scene and the other found at Simpson's estate. The entire room seemed to hold its breath as the gloves were displayed, their significance looming large over the proceedings. The prosecution hoped these gloves would be the linchpin that tied Simpson directly to the brutal murders, providing the jury with undeniable physical evidence. The prosecution's narrative was clear. If the gloves belonged to Simpson, it would be nearly impossible for him to escape responsibility. They argued that the gloves were a direct link, a silent witness to the crime, and pressed the jury to see them as the final piece of the puzzle. But then, in a moment that would become one of the most iconic in legal history, Simpson was asked to try on the gloves in front of the jury and the world. As he struggled to pull them over his hands, it became clear to everyone watching that the gloves appeared too small, refusing to fit properly. Johnny Cochran, Simpson's lead defense attorney, immediately recognized the power of this demonstration. With his trademark charisma and eloquence, he seized the opportunity, turning the prosecution's evidence into a dramatic advantage for the defense. In his closing argument, Cochran delivered the now legendary phrase, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." His words echoed through the courtroom, capturing the attention of the jury and the public alike, and instantly became a defining moment of the trial. The phrase resonated not only within the walls of the courtroom but also across the nation, quickly becoming a rallying cry for Simpson's supporters and a symbol of reasonable doubt in the case. Suddenly the prosecution's case, which had once seemed so strong and convincing, began to unravel before the eyes of the world, leaving everyone to wonder if justice would truly be served. On October 3, 1995, after a grueling 10-month trial that captivated the nation, the jury finally reached a verdict. The world seemed to hold its breath as millions tuned in live, waiting for the outcome of a case that had become a national obsession. In a moment that would forever divide America, O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. The courtroom erupted with emotion, some in disbelief, others in relief, and many simply stunned by the magnitude of the decision. The reactions to the verdict were immediate and visceral, echoing through homes, workplaces, and city streets across the country. Across the nation, televisions flickered with images of both jubilation and outrage. In living rooms, offices, and public spaces, people watched history unfold in real time, their faces reflecting the shockwaves rippling through American society. For many Black Americans who had long felt marginalized and mistreated by the justice system, Simpson's acquittal was seen as a rare victory, a moment of validation and relief after decades of injustice and discrimination. Many white Americans, however, expressed disbelief and anger, convinced of Simpson's guilt and frustrated by what they saw as a miscarriage of justice. The verdict sparked heated debates, dividing friends, families, and communities. The O.J. Simpson trial was more than just a murder trial. It became a media spectacle, a lens through which Americans confronted issues of race, privilege, and power. It laid bare the deep-seated racial divisions that plagued America, exposing wounds that had never truly healed, and igniting conversations that would last for decades. The trial raised uncomfortable questions about celebrity, justice, and the media's role in shaping public opinion. The relentless coverage blurred the lines between news and entertainment, forever changing how high-profile cases would be covered. The case became a cultural touchstone, its legacy debated and dissected for years to come. The aftermath of the verdict left an indelible mark on American society, forcing the nation to confront its own divisions and the power of the stories we tell.